Oh, my God.
Oh, that's so
Well, the defibrillators saved Mr Sheeran's life were provided by the Oliver King Foundation, which is set up by Mark King in memory of his son. And both Mark and Mr Sheeran joined us now. You never get out of being reverential to a headmaster, do you?
Did you sit up straight?
Mr Sheeran, do you understand? Good to have you with us, mate. So tell us about the day. What can you remember from the day you had cardiac arrest?
Oh, the actual day, it was a bit of a relief because it was the last day of term. I'd done a big an hour and a half assembly in the morning saying goodbye to our 60 year sixes. They were all leaving us. It was quite sad. 15 minutes to go. I'd gone out onto the yard to tie some balloons onto a stage. We got all the children, 477 children ready to come out, 900 parents outside. Stage was set. Everything went dark and I just went over.
Do you have a history of any problems or anything?
Not particularly. I'd had a difficult time through the COVID. I was in school working with all the brilliant staff at Birkdale Primary School during COVID. I'd caught COVID. I'd had an X-ray on my chest. They thought there might be an issue that I needed to see a cardiologist over, but I was fine to go to work. I'd had appointment after appointment cancelled. But on that day, nothing. Nothing. It wasn't expected at all. So obviously a big shock in more ways than one.
But thank goodness you had put these defibrillators in because you was inspired by Mark, weren't you, in the first place?
Mark here. 10 years ago, I had a call from this lovely gentleman asking if he could come into school, and he delivered a really moving message. And there were, without question, the school, we needed to get one in just in case. I want to get emotional myself now, but fast forward to 2 years ago, the children, we had a bit of a refresher assembly and they wanted to fundraise for another defib in the school because we're a big school. We had one in the middle of the hall. They wanted one on our playground on the roof that we've got up there. We've got another yard. So we unbelievably, thanks to the parents and the children, raised £4,000. So
and you only wanted to raise £1,000 for one?
Just to get another extra one. So, oh my Lord, there's a picture of the extra defib. So, yeah, there's everything. Yeah, fine, great, we're covered.
So you actually got four?
Absolutely covered, yeah. A little bit greedy, perhaps, but...
no, but thank goodness you had them.
Well...
Because all your staff was trained. They knew exactly what to do. The children knew not to play with them.
Yeah,
so 32 seconds it took?
Well, back to the stage. I'm in the middle of the yard on this stage. My son, unfortunately, he was with me. He'd finished school a little bit earlier. Catherine Brand, caretaker's wife, was there. She ran in and got Leanne's Arbo, who came running out, one of the Year 6 teachers. 32 seconds, it was there. She'd been doing CPR on me to keep me going. They'd unpacked it all, and I was, and then, about 3 minutes later on, I came back from, I was very lucky to be brought back.
And then how long did it take you to get back to kind of...
To how I am now?
Yeah.
Or, it was a tough journey. I know that Ericsson, the footballer who had a similar event, a very public event, took him 9 months to get back to that first match. It took me 7 months as a head teacher to get back into the pictures you saw before of me walking into that hall.
And how's your health now? Do you have to look after yourself?
I'm fine. I've got my own internal defib. So, if it was to happen again, I have to take a few tablets.
Yeah.
I'm relatively healthy anyway. I've been a lot healthier since. Maybe not so many crisps, chocolate and cheese, that kind of thing. But, I'm here to help support Mark with the message to get them... I mean, obviously, it's now legislation in schools, but to get them in public places and get, how crucial they are and how vital they are in saving lives. I got them in for the children in school, but, who knew that it was going to be me that...
Have a look at those, couple of those little lifesavers right now.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just looking at them over there.
They're here. The Tyler and Ethan, they're in the green room. Morning, guys. You all right?
Hey, guys, you all right?
Good to see you.
Have you with us.
Are you really happy to see Mr Sheeran back?
Yes.
Is it nice? Oh, you look great. See, there are your little supporters there.
Yeah, they are.
Does that mean, is it lovely to have him back? Do you sort of like, now you've raised some money, do you get off with quite a lot now? You can be a bit naughty at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, it's so
Let's
good.
speak to Mark. Mark, I mean, this is proper legacy, isn't it? It's for what you're doing.
It is, yeah. we lost my beautiful son, Oliver, in 2011 through cardiac arrest while he was having a swimming lesson in the King David pool in Chilwell in Liverpool. And I couldn't understand why I'd lost a perfect, healthy 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And so in February 2012, we launched the Oliver King Foundation, and we have 3 main aims. And the first one is to bring awareness out of this condition because it's genetic. And government statistics say that we're losing 12 young lives per week across our country.
12 young lives per week.
And I, as a dad, couldn't sit back knowing that other families are going to go through this. So that's why we launched the Oliver King Foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
We've placed 6,000 defibs out to date. We've trained over 140,000 people into the use of them. I deliver them personally, so I've been as far north as Stornoway and as far south as Portsmouth. And on the way round, we stopped off in Nick's school to deliver his. And, you know, we just got to carry on doing what we're doing.
So explain this to us now. So there's government legislation now, right?
It is, yeah. It took us 11 years to get it, but last April we got that passed. We were working with Jamie Carragher and his 23 Foundation, and we just pushed it over the line.
Right.
So now 22,000 schools across our country are going to get them by the end of this academic year.
Brilliant.
That's amazing.
I didn't want to wait another 11 years because we've been through 5 prime ministers, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, and each one of them is, if the lips are moving,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, also, I guess you have, as soon as you get a new Prime Minister, you're back to kind of square one to a point.
And especially when they do a reshuffle.
Yeah.
You do a reshuffle.
Yeah.
You go back to square one again. And
But the next stage for you,
it's full legislation.
like Nick was saying, is to now push that out into a wider society.
Into all public buildings.
Yeah.
We're 20 years behind in this particular field. We're very, very good in this country at treating illness. We're not so good at preventative, and this is preventative massively.
And also, it's the training of using them, isn't it? Because that's really important, because it's, a lot of people are quite nervous about even going near it, aren't they?
Of course, yeah. And that is the awareness side of it,
Yeah.
and that's why I deliver. Now, I personally think you need a bit of face-to-face training, because we have saved a young 10-year-old boy, and they were about to give up on him because it said no shock,
Yeah.
unshockable rhythm on the defib. And the training kicked in, and they went, no, we'll do some more CPR and get a shockable rhythm. And they'd done 2 more rounds of CPR and got a shockable rhythm. Now, someone who didn't know the machine would probably have walked away.
Yeah.
And that little fella would have died. And it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And let's have it right. If my Oliver hadn't have died on the 2nd of March 2011, this wouldn't have still been done. Because it should have been done before my Ollie needed it.
So this work that you're doing is incredible, and obviously to use these defibs, we're actually going to put that on our website on This Morning app, so you can find out exactly how to do it. Also, we wanted to kind of donate from This Morning. We wanted to actually donate you a defib, so we're going to give you 1,100. That's how much it costs. And just, I really want to finish on.
I'm sure you can afford 2. Come on, close to it.
I think we could. Could we do
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That's all.
We're bang to good on you, Mark.
Very good, isn't it?
But can we just finish? Because obviously this is all in Ollie's name. I want to know, what was Ollie like to you? What was it? I want to know what sort of boy he was.
He was beautiful, you know. He was
everything.
Yeah, of course he was.
But you're continuing this work, and I just think it's wonderful what you're doing. You've saved so many lives. One right
Saved my
next to
life.
here.
69. 69th life saved.
69. Yeah.
The youngest life being 4.
Oh, thank you for
That's
everything
nice.
that you do, Mark.
Great
It's
to
all
meet
in
you,
Ollie's name.
I'll order to 2 defibrillators as well.
Yeah, 2 defibs, they're on the way. We're on the way. We'll have to put the money to the rest.
And a bit of Yorkshire pudding on lasagna.
It's so lovely to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tyler, and thank you, Ethan.
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
so much.
Make sure you
Oh,
eat all the
gorgeous.
chocolate downstairs. All right?
See you later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like Alison said, if you want to see how easy it is to use a public defibrillator, then take a look at the This Morning app and website. You'll find a demo from Dr. Simia. Perhaps you might become a lifesaver too.